Welcome to my YouTube channel, yeah.
I'll be steady, keeping pace. I'll be winning every race. So what? Talk your shit. Are you getting paid for this? I know that you can't resist music from the water bed.
It will not just be anybody who will come into my space. I asked God, I said to God, when you want to give me my husband, I'll be ready. I'll be ready, yo. I just don't want to see any bagada nonsense. No, none of it. And guess what we're not doing in 2024? Toxic relationships with anybody. I don't care. I don't care who you are. Pet, friend, family. I'm not doing unhealthy relationships with anybody for the rest of my life. Amen. You see this love something, I swear, it's even hurting my brain whenever I think about it. At my ripe age of 25, right, I came to the conclusion of a lot of things. Number one, my standards are so high, like this. They're higher than the highs, you understand? But I always have to remember, do you understand, that God will give you, will not give you everything you ask for, do you understand? And what you think you want is not what you need, baby. I feel like the moment that I get into a relationship again, whenever that happens, if it ever happens, you know, I get into another relationship again, and you know, it's a healthy one and it's going good, right? I think it's going to be a big challenge for me. I think that I used to go towards like a specific type of people dating, right? And now all of a sudden my whole dating criteria has changed. Like everything. As a Christian girly, as a woman of God girly, please, I beg you, please date Christian men, people who believe in God. Last, like when I say believe in God, I don't just mean, oh, they say that they believe in God. I'm talking about somebody that reads their Bible, somebody that reads the word, somebody that actually goes through and says, I'm trying to be like this, I'm going to work on this, I'm developing myself. Because once you meet somebody that's not on this journey, you're going to be doing a lot of, you understand, that's why it's very important the people that you keep close to you, your friendships, you know, the people around you, the way that people influence your mind, do you understand, and the conversations that you have, and the type of people that you surround yourself with is so important. And I'm so grateful, like the people that I have around me, like my friends are like they're just spiritual people. Like I love it so much how spiritually, you know, enlightened my friends are, and how much they really help me in opening my eyes and seeing things. Like I always want my eyes to be opened, or like I always want to progress, you know, in any relationship with someone, learn more, be more, you understand? And I feel like that's what we should be doing for each other. So when if I come across a man and he's not on that wavelength, sorry, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are, it doesn't matter how fine you are, it doesn't matter how much money you have in your pockets. If you are not spiritually inclined, I don't want it. Stay away from me. Far away. I don't want it. And I came to this conclusion because you know what happened, yo? What happened to me? And you know, I didn't even want to talk about this, but like, let me talk about it. So last year I was on my like single era, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I'm not dating anybody, I'm not interested in doing love something, you know. I just got out of a tricky, you know, relationship. You know, it was a sad situation. I was getting over my heartbreak and I was trying to let go, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to like, you know, like get back to who I was again, you know what I'm saying? I was doing a lot of like deep searching into myself, ne? So later down in the end of the year, right, I'd asked somebody to help, and I was like, oh, could you hook me up with somebody nice, you know what I'm saying? Somebody nice that I can vibe with, you know what I'm saying? He hooked me up, he hooked me up, and in my mind I was like, this guy's nice, he's interesting, the conversation is flowing, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting the vibes, you know, this is nice. Tell me how when we were hanging out, the all of us with the other people, that people are mutuals, he was so nice and respectful. So nice and respectful. Tell me why I was even silly. Tell me why I was silly to go and hang out with this guy with his friend. Bear in mind, I didn't even know how this evening was gonna go, right? I think this was even like Christmas. Was this Christmas? New Year's? It was Christmas. It was Christmas Day. I remember it was Christmas Day. And he said something to me like, oh, we're gonna have a bride at his house. So I was expecting to go to his place, like, and we're gonna, in a sense, that's what he told me. First, we will get to his place. His friend is there, ne? So he's like, oh, we're gonna go out to this place where we usually go to eat, right? Cool. So bear in mind, this is the second time me hanging out with this person, right? So like, this is just like a general place that people like to usually go to, right? That's nice, it's relaxed, it's good vibe. So I'm like, cool, I don't mind going there because it's my usual chill spot. Tell me how. Well, first of all, I'm sitting down on a table with 3 guys, you understand? And it's me, ne? And tell me how this guy's friend is just, all he's talking about is girls, women, I want to, yeah, find me someone. I'm like, I don't know nobody. I don't know anybody. I'm not carrying a bag of women to give to you. First red flag. Because I'm like, this is your type of friends that you have. Tell me how homeboy started acting different. Tell me how guys, I've never felt so violated in my life that day, because I've never been so shocked that somebody has the audacity from who I thought they were and who they were presenting themselves to be. I'm seeing you for who you are. You're showing me your true self, your true colors. Guys, I've never felt so disrespected and so... Tell me how these people are like, you're boring. I'm boring because I'm not... This is when I realized that men don't rate you. Men don't rate you. They don't respect you. They see you and they want to... Do you understand? What? Guys, I've always been knowing this, you understand? But I always felt as if I always try to read a situation, do you understand? Especially nowadays, I'm very like observant. I'll never like get myself in a situation whereby, you understand? But from meeting this person, I genuinely thought they were a cool person, that they're not like that, they're not misogynistic. But the moment I was around his friend and I heard the things that his friend was saying, I said, Jesus, it can't be me sitting here at this table listening to this nonsense. This is nonsense. And I'm thinking, okay, let me just go through the day. Tell me, because obviously, you know, he did something at the table. Do you understand that? Guys, you know when your gears are ground, when they're grinding your gears. This person did something to me. Like, the homeboy was trying to inappropriately... We're at a table. Your friend is there. But because you want to look like a big guy, you want to now start disrespecting me. No. So obviously now my mood is like, you understand? I'm like, I want to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. I'm not even going to stick around for all this nonsense. Tell me what's your problem? Yeah, let's just drop her off home. Right? Cool. I don't care if you guys are angry. You thought I was going to be a vibe. You thought I was going to do what? You thought I was going to stand up, take off my shoes and shake my nyash for you. You're mad. You're mad because you don't know who I am. This man decides with his chest, ne? He gets to his place. He says that his mom and his aunt is inside. If you're watching this story, see your life. I'm not shy because I'm baffled. He's like, come in and say hi. Right? I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Do you understand? Like, I'm gonna be respectful. I go inside, take off my shoes, go into... He directs me straight to his bedroom. Red flag number 1. Sorry, this is already 10 red flags in. Red flag number 10. He's like, just go. You understand? I'm like, hello, you understand? He goes, bear in mind, the mother's looking at me like, it was giving another whore. I felt so disgusted in myself. Go to stay in a room with his cousin, right? So his cousin's really chill. He's a very sweet boy, you understand? So, you know, I was glad that he was there even since, you understand? Because you know, it's such a shame because honestly, I feel like I hope he just does not turn out like his cousin Shem. But anyways, we're in there for like 5 seconds and he's like, okay, let's go. So I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm dropping you off home. And I was like, okay, cool. We're driving home. It's a long drive, by the way. It's a long drive. So I'm like to him, I'm like, he's giving me attitude. And I'm like, why are you giving me attitude? You understand? I'm not going to be quiet. Why are you giving me attitude? Like, what's the problem? Homeboy is like, I don't know what you're... He starts popping off at me, giving me some energy. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, my friend, if you want something, don't come under the guise of I like you, you're a really nice girl, you're this and this and this. If you are looking for that thing, say with your lips, say with your chest. Don't try to trick me. Tell me how this man is like. Obviously I like you. I even let you meet my mom. I'm like, oh, it's tactics that you're doing. Man then was doing tactics. He said because in his mind, because he let me meet his mom, he was trying to trick me that he really liked me, but really he's just trying to look for where to. You understand? So I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Tell me how we get to the turn where it's turning off to my place, to my house, yeah? And he crosses it. I'm like, the turn is there. Stops the car like this on the corner of on the side of the road. Switches off the engine. It's pitch black, by the way. See, switches off the engine. Tell me how homeboy has the audacity to sit there and ask me, so are we going to not? At that moment, I heard a lot of things in my own brain, and I said, no, can't be me. It can't be me to be sitting here right now in this predicament with this specimen of a person. Took my bag, put it on my shoulder, opened the door, and I walked home. I walked into my place, and I remember walking thinking, and then this man did all of this trying to deceive and connive so that she can don't fall for it, girls. Don't fall for it, because I never will. From that moment I said I will never will never catch me in that type of situation ever again. For what? For beans? No. My price went up, my value went up, my standards went up. I said never again will I ever find myself in a predicament where a guy is literally saying to my face, are we gonna who's calling me?
Greetings world. We're actually getting married pretty soon, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me. So yeah.
I'm gonna call you back.
All right.
But for real though, like that whole situation, that whole scenario literally was like, I was like, I'm never ever going to be in a situation like that ever. No man will ever gosh me where you'll be asking me those type of silly questions, because all on your mind is that. As I entered this new year or whatever, right, I was like, miss me with guys. Bear in mind, do you understand, I have another story time about these men of Christ that come under the guise of, I'm on a spiritual journey, God is my savior, I go to church on Saturday and Sunday, I'm there till 10 p.m. But you are a liar, you are a conniver, you are a scammer, fornicator. I was using God's name like in order to trick somebody into is actually just so wild. So wild. I don't even have words anymore. My standards have gone up. We're not dealing with low vibrational, uneducated. We're not doing that. We've left it 2023. We're not bringing forth and yonder. We're not bringing yonder. All of that. We're keeping it in the past. Okay? That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, you know the vibes. Tell me how you feel about this video. I feel like I want to be coming with a lot more like story times and stuff. I've always been scared to like say my story times because I've been like, maybe what if the person sees it? They will see me, I see you too. Bye.